Because, like, let's face it, the heart's awareness is super powerful. When we're in love, we are such more divine beings. We're such more connected to our love, because the love which is loving someone is loving us from the divine source. So when we are in love, we do have a supreme awareness. And it's when our minds start to manipulate that, if we're not strong enough to work with love and fight the awareness, fight the weakness, then we will get weakened, and that's when we feel like the relationships are breaking down. It's because we're not strong enough, and the physical world has too much attachment to us that isn't serving the love connection. So that's when we say we don't fight for our love, or you're not giving enough to the relationship. It's because you're not. You're giving too much to the world and not enough to the loving relationship and the spontaneity that love needs to be fueled by. The servantry, we need to serve to love to be able to generate this love awareness, to be able to fight against the mind. And it's seen, through people learning after one marriage, two marriages, that people gain that awareness to know how to handle another marriage, to know how to go into the next relationship, to know how to love, because it takes effort, acceptance, that maybe they didn't give in the first relationship because they neglected it. They felt like that, it should work. Ignorance, ignorant mind, the mind saying, no, this person's not for me, it should work. Just pure ignorance. And the mind will always lose to ignorance. It's the mind's chemistry, biochemistry is through an ignorant connection to an awareness of ignorance, and the mind will always attach it to ignorance. It's the heart which needs to generate the awareness above the ignorance to accept the ignorance. And so we're growing out of the negative field now into the kind of the truth between the energy fields of kind of negative, ignorant vibrations and cosmic divine love. And to summarize, because I kind of want to summarize, or we'll go one more just because I can. But yeah, to conclude within this love partnership is that it's a partnership which you're then giving and sharing with someone. So love actually isn't just with someone, it's actually with the source, and which is the divinity of infinite love, which is connecting us to love someone. And when we feel like the love has dried up, it's because it has. It's because our ignorant minds have closed us off to the love. We can't feel the love anymore. We don't have the love because the ignorant mind is the only one who's talking. The ignorance is the only one we're perceiving. The heart can't listen when someone's got its ears over it. It's only our minds we're listening to. And that's when everything goes tits up. Excuse my very bad language, but that's the truth. When it goes, when it goes, boobs up, that's terrible. When it goes bad, that is actually a very negative saying, tits up. It's programmed. We can work on that. When things do go bad in relationships, we can compromise. We can start to perceive that the perception is only coming from, the point of attention is only coming from the mind. And that is devastating for love itself, because the reason we are in the loving relationship in the first place is through a divine commitment to sharing what we are physically growing within this world with the divine itself, a unity between the two, which are loving, and the divine source. And, I think we're getting a little bit off topic, but to summarize and conclude, let's conclude in this video, is that the energy fields within the ranges between negative and positive, or negative and infinite, will always justify our expression within the physical world. And as long as we can always try and bring our attention to our emotions, we can always learn from our experiences. Yeah.